So eventually you will find that with a continued chopping out with a mortising chisel, you get to the stage where you're close to the bottom. So when you're close to the bottom, because you don't want to split the back out of the wood, put it onto a block rather than holding it in a vise. Break through, right? Check with your mortising gauge that you've got the same dimensions on the back in case you started mortising at a strange angle. And then eventually create your neat mortise slot. Okay, so there's my mortise slot. Look, it's the same width as the mortise and chisel all the way through. And it's nice and vertical. So the truth is now, the proof of the pudding, as they say, is there's my tenon, there's my mortise, and they should fit together nice and neatly. Right, so if they don't, what you have to do is par off some of the wood. Now, look, I don't want to whack that with a mallet because CLS timber is notoriously bad for splitting. So if I do this, there's a good opportunity, a good chance it's going to split the wood. It's gone in, right. So there you go, there's my through mortise and tenon. It's called through mortise and tenon because it goes straight out the other side of the timber. Right, now, most of the time you'd leave it like that. You know, you might put dowel pins in if it's going to be a piece of decorative work, say you're working with some green oak or something like that. If you're a traditional craftsman, you'd make some wedges up out of some hardwood and you drive wedges in either side of the joint to pin that in. You might use a glue to fix it in place. That's a really good, strong structural joint for framing. So that's your through mortise and tenon. A stopped mortise and tenon, look, only goes part the way into the wood. So your tenon would go part the way in and stop by here. So you wouldn't have a hole at the back of it. So that would be a stopped mortise and tenon. Sometimes on a mortise and tenon, the shoulder isn't the full width of the wood. So the tongue of the tenon is narrower than the wood. So you've got 4 shoulders. These are the shoulders to the joint. Right, so next stage I'll show you is the tool that you can use for manufacturing these, which is the mortising machine, which does speed things up considerably.